Hello, everyone. How are we doing today? Welcome back to another episode of the KimUnity Soulutions Podcast, the only podcast that turns workplace challenges into real world solutions. It is so good to be with you all today. Welcome back. I am glad you are joined in and listening. Today, I just wanted to speak to you. We have a lot going on in the world. We have a lot going on in our families right now, in our communities. And I just wanted to have just a heart-to-heart conversation right now, letting you know that you have not been forgotten, that you are not alone, that we are all in some kind of relatable space right now of the unknown. And so today I'm going to be talking about in the meantime. In the meantime, what are we doing in the meantime? Sometimes we are caught in the present and we are expecting the future and we don't know exactly what's going on in the meantime. We're in that holding period, that waiting period. What are you waiting on? What are you in expectation of? What are you counting on? That's what we're going to be talking about today. So I know what meantime is. You know what in the meantime is, but let me just define it for you from the Merriam-Webster Dictionary. The Merriam-Webster Dictionary defines it as the time before something happens or before a specified period ends. The Cambridge Dictionary defines it as until something expected happens or while something else is happening. What is it that you're expecting to happen? Or maybe it's the unexpected. You see, in the meantime, that means that we are looking forward to something. We are searching for something. The fires in California just happened not long ago. So that means there are people out of work. There are people trying to move back into their homes, while on the other side of that, people are in their homes in other areas trying to stay afloat. Trying to stay afloat. What are we doing in the meantime? How are we getting by? How are we keeping the faith? How are we being positive? How are we being encouraging to each other? Even though we may all have different needs and capacities. What are you expecting? What does your in the meantime look like? I just spoke about the fires. There's so many layoffs going on right now. There's so many people that have no idea about the future of their jobs. While on the other side of that coin, there's other people who are working who are miserable. What are we doing in the meantime? I just want to remind you all that there's always going to be different seasons in life. And while I don't know your exact story, I know that there's something better on the other side for you. And not to lose the faith, to be in expectation, and to just take advantage of the time that you have. And I know some of you are thinking, Kim, that's so hard to do. You have no idea what I'm going through. I totally understand. But you are in that position for something that you really don't have a full grasp of right now. And we never do until we look farther back. Maybe you've been laid off and now you're at home with family. And you're searching for work but we have no idea that maybe in a year or two you may lose someone in that family. So maybe this is the time for you to cherish those moments. We spend so much time looking at the negative aspect. And what I try to do is, even when I'm going through it, I'm like, okay, what is the positive in it? Yes, I need this to happen over here. But what can I celebrate over here? What can I celebrate? We can be on the road to our goals 1 minute. We could be making so much progress and making that traction. And then all of a sudden, something just hits us in our tracks. Something just stops us. Something causes us to detour. mentally, we can't get so caught up in the detour, even though it's going to hurt and it's going to happen and our thought is going to go there. But the important part is we can't stay there. We can't stay there. We need to find a workaround, or we need to pray or meditate on it. We can't let it consume us. We also can look at it on a different way, as in, okay, that was a preventative measure. This isn't the route I should have been going, or this wasn't the time. Yes, I will get there, but this wasn't the right time. Like this, have you ever left the house late, knowing you should have left at a certain time, but you leave the house later than expected, and now you're frustrated? But as you get up the road, you see that there was a horrible accident that's taken place. Have you ever thought in your mind, like, oh my goodness, had I left when I was supposed to, that could have been me. That could have been me. I was saved by being late. Whatever distraction that was, whatever that delayed your departure from the house, that was a blessing in disguise. These are the ways that we have to think about things in order to get through sometimes. Because we can never see the whole picture. We can only see what's in front of us. And for our heart's sake, for our emotional sake, we have to understand that everything works for our good, and that there's something better on the other side of it. Even though we don't know at the moment, we'll see that down the line. I remember being laid off of a position, and at the moment, I was already dreading the job because it was so stressful, right? Just dreading the job. And then a year or so later, I'm let go. The entire department, or the entire location, was let go. The jobs transferred to a different state. So one minute I'm dreading it, the next minute I'm getting let go. Then, of course, you're trying to figure out how are you going to make ends meet. But all of that is a setup for your success. That journey and those experiences are going to teach you something. They're going to give you some kind of value, some kind of insight, something that your experiences will be able to help somebody else's. This is why I'm doing exactly what I'm doing now, because of my challenges in the workplace. Because growing up, I was always taught that always do your best. If you can improve something, try to improve it. But when you get in the workplace, it's not always that simple. Everybody doesn't want your recommendations and your suggestions and your ideas, even though it saves time, it's efficient, it saves money. Not everybody wants it. Depending on mindset, depending on if you have a manager versus a leader. And so I went through those experiences. And now I'm speaking about it for others, for other people that's joining the workforce, for people that are already in there, for managers that are already in there that are wondering, hey, why is there a disconnect between myself and my teams? What is it that I don't see? Why do my teams not support me? Why does my manager not listen? Why am I getting these reviews? See, now I have an insight. And from experience, it's not just from going to school and learning from a book. I have real life experiences. And so what you're going through right now, you have real life experiences. I don't know what you're going through. But what I encourage you to do is to journal. Are you writing it down? This is something that your family can go through later to see all that you've overcome. This may be your beginning stage or your starting over stage. But just because you're starting over doesn't mean that your destination is prolonged. This start over point could propel you into your future. It may look like a delay, but it doesn't have to be a delay. You could speed through the middle part. Let this be fuel. Let this be, and I know it's easier to say than do, but let this be a moment of recovery. You know you were working hard. You know you were exhausted. Take some time to sleep in. Take some time to rest. Take some time to eat breakfast or dinner with your family. Eat more fruit. What can we be doing in the meantime? You have now time to do something you haven't been doing before. And again, I don't know what you're going through. I don't know who's listening or what this message is for. I am just telling you that even though it looks like we're going without, there's always something that we actually have. Something that we can enjoy, something that we can celebrate in the meantime. And what that does is that gives us strength to focus on the challenges that are ahead. It gives us strength. It's hard to progress when you're in a negative mindset. So we have to find the little things in between that give us that joy, that give us that laughter, that give us that release, that relaxation, just a little bit, that can help us make it through to the other side. It always seems as if as soon as we are right there, something happens. But that's a part of life. It is preparation. It gives us a story to tell. What story can you tell? What story? I mean, is it like a movie? What are you doing in the meantime? Are you helping others? Are you going for more walks? That's something that I need to be doing, actually. I need to be getting outdoors more and just getting that sunlight. I love the sun. I love water. Do the little things that you enjoy. Is it monopoly? I'm just saying, find something that gives you joy. You aren't the only one that's going through something. We all are facing something. It could be with your kids. It could be with your education. I know students have, well, high school seniors, I should say, or even college students have put in applications to attend another school. And they are waiting to hear back if they've been accepted or not. There's an in-between time there. We tell our kids, okay, just prepare. You've already put the applications out. It's in God's hands now. We don't want them to dread those months in between. We want them to be productive. We want them to have a positive mindset. And it's crazy how when it's somebody else, just like I'm doing now, right? When it's somebody else, it's so easy to give them encouraging words and tell them it's going to be okay, just like I'm doing now. But you have no idea what I'm going through on my side. So as I'm speaking to you, I'm speaking to myself. I am speaking to myself right now. That in-between time, in the meantime, I will stay thankful for what I do have. In the meantime, I will be thankful for my good health. In the meantime, I will go out and get sunshine because I still have my limbs and my sight. There's so much that we can be celebrating right now. In the meantime, I can spend more time with my children while they are still home before they go away for school. In the meantime, I can go volunteer because there's things that I don't have, but there's people that are in far more dire circumstances than I am. Far more. In the meantime, as I'm waiting for other things, I am developing my craft. I am perfecting my craft. This is when you build your muscle. This is when you begin to form those ideas. This is when, even if it's quiet time, to gather your thoughts, to figure out, okay, how did I actually get to where I am now? I had a lot of that time. When I was laid off, I had plenty of time to sit there and say, okay, how did I get myself in this position? And I mentioned it on another episode that I got there because of my resume. Yes, but at the same time, yes, that job was a blessing because it provided for me, housing and cars. It did provide for me. I'm not taking any of that away. I met great friendships. I made great friends there. Great experiences. I gained so much knowledge. There were some pain points, but there's always some great things about it. In the meantime, what are you building? Build your endurance. Build your strength. Build your gifts. What is it that you love to do that you haven't done in so long? Is it a game that you like to play? Do you like to draw? Is it music? Are you a speaker? Are you creating better speeches? Are you working on your delivery and your timing? Are you a comedian? Are you working on your jokes? What is it that you truly love that you haven't touched in so long? In the meantime, perfect your craft. In the meantime, spend that time with your family. In the meantime, try to rest. Try to relax. Try to go out in nature. In the meantime, make you a home-cooked meal. Enjoy time with your children and your parents and your cousins, your extended family. What are you going to be doing in the meantime? I know you have a heavy burden. I know you don't know what's coming next or when it's coming. But think back to other challenges that you've overcome. We didn't know how we were going to get over those obstacles either. We had no idea. But we did it. We don't know what is lined up for us until we get there. And so what I'm saying to you is, in the healthiest way possible, is to be encouraged, be optimistic, be in expectation, and not to be afraid to ask for help. People are being deported right now. I mean, there's so much going on with the presidential changes, right? I'm trying to think. There's so many different angles that you can look at right now. There's so many different angles. And I am just saying that in the meantime, for whatever it is you're going through, it's not all presidential. In the meantime, work with what you have, enjoy with what you have, fellowship, increase your prayer time, your meditation time. Just like the pandemic when it came, it made us all sit down. It made us all really think about life, really think about where we're headed, where we're going, where we want to be. And we can write down plans all day long. It doesn't mean that nothing is going to come in and interrupt those plans. This is just an interruption. But don't think that this is a delayed destination. You may be set back to be fast-tracked. Think of it like that. I hope you have enjoyed this message. I really just wanted to get on here and just have a heart-to-heart, because sometimes you can be scrolling or you can be listening and no one is really talking about the issues or the people that are struggling in the workplace and their personal lives. And I just wanted to let you know that you're not alone and that there will be a better day. And spend more time with yourself. Spend more time in nature and with the ones that you love. And journal, just decompress. And think about what you do have. Think about what you do have. Because the more we think about what we don't have, it puts us in this negative mind state to where we're not attracting anything positive. Again, I hope you have enjoyed this episode. I am Kim the SME, the speaker of my experiences. I hope you listen to this. I hope that you share this message with someone else that's going through something and just need a little positive push, a little motivating word, a little encouragement, a little relatability. There are uncertain times, but there's also some certainty. You know what you like, you know what you need, and we just need to find that in the meantime. You all be blessed. I will see you next week. Thank you for tuning in. Bye.